in a seated position. Cross your legs, cross one leg in front of the other. It doesn't matter which, just choose one and just remember which one you chose. So if you're starting with your right leg, remember that. And we'll bring the hands to the tops of the legs and then go ahead and close your eyes. We'll just start to slow our breath. Allowing ourselves to arrive on our mats. Seeing if as you draw your focus in toward your breath, you can start to focus on the present moment. Focus on right here, right now. Maybe you notice the sensation of sitting on your mat. Maybe you notice the way the air feels around your body. Maybe the air moving in and out of your nostrils. Sitting nice and tall. Getting long through the neck, long through the spine. Let the shoulders drop down the back. Let the arms be heavy. Breathing deeply, deep, long inhales and complete long exhales. Letting the belly expand as you inhale. And then empty and contract as you exhale. Good. Go ahead and start to flutter the eyes open. Keeping the breath going. We're gonna, on your next inhale, find your cat-cows in your seated pose. So inhale, drawing the chest forward, arching the spine. Exhale, rounding, tuck the chin. Keep it moving. Make it fluid. Inhaling forward, exhaling, moving back. Go at your own pace. Move with your breath. Inhaling to arch and exhaling to round. Do a couple more like that. Pay close attention to the breath and the movement lasting the same amount of time. Inhaling, we inhale all the way in. And as we begin the exhale, that's when we round the spine, tuck the chin. Do it one more time. Inhale. Big breath in. Exhale. Rounding. Empty of breath. Beautiful. Inhale. Come back to neutral. Walk your hands out in front of you and fold over your legs. Go ahead and let the spine round. Let the head hang. You might not come down very far. Go stop where it feels good to you. Find that sensation in the hip and pause. And breathe. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, use the arms. Press yourselves back up to a seat. Lean back on the hands for just a moment and switch your legs. So bring that other leg in front. Good. This time we'll find some side bends. So bringing one hand down beside your seat, we'll reach the other up on an inhale. Lean to the side. Gaze at your hand. Exhale it out. Inhale through center. Switch sides. Reach your other arm. Exhale here. Move with your breath. Inhaling center. Exhale, other side. Gaze to the palm. Reach long through that arm. Inhale, side. Exhale, other side. Reach. Get long from the hip all the way to the fingertips. One more each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Inhale through center. And exhale, reach it over. Beautiful. Inhale back through center. And then we fold over the legs on this side. Drop the head. Let it go. Find your breath. Draw your attention to the sensation of the breath moving in and out. Your next inhale, use the arms, press it up. Good. Now from here, everyone take your left leg and you're going to lift it up. Doesn't matter if it was the front or the back leg. And turn it around so that your knee, the top of your knee, is resting on the sole of your right foot. So if you were here last week, I think you both were, this might look a little familiar, but it's also different. So when you look down, you want the sole of your right foot to be almost pressing against your left lower thigh. From here, reach your arms out in front of you. Maybe you clasp the hands a little bit or a lot. It's up to you. You can hold the hands for your help. You'll see in just a moment. What we're going to do is we're going to inhale, shift the weight forward in the torso, lift up through the legs, and stand on our lower legs on the mat. We'll exhale, lower, slowly sit yourself back down. Now, if you don't lift all the way up, that's fine. Use the momentum a little bit of the arms, a little. As much as you can, use the strength of the legs and the hips to lift yourself up. Let's do it again. Inhale, lean forward, press into the ground, open the hips, squeeze at the top. Exhale, lower as slow as you can, back down. One more time, my line. Inhale, reach it up, squeeze at the top. Exhale, lower it down. Beautiful. Bring your right hand down beside you and straighten your left leg long. Bring that right foot in toward your inner left leg. Now from here, plant that right hand, lift your left hand, lift the hips up, and gaze to your left palm. Squeeze your butt. Exhale, come down, side bend toward your extended leg. Reach your right arm toward the toes. Let's do it again. Inhale, reach it up. Plant your right hand down. Press the ground away. Reach. Exhale. Sit down slowly. Side bend. Again, inhale. Reach it up. Exhale. Slowly sit down. Quietly reach. Jaw side bend. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up through center. Bring your left leg in. Turn your right leg. We'll find that little geometric pose of the legs once again. So the sole of the left foot is on the top of the right thigh. Now from here, we reach the arms out in front of us. Big inhale. Stand up. Exhale, lower. Good. I want you to think about pressing both legs down into the mat as you move. So inhale, press the legs down, lift the hips up, squeeze at the top. Exhale, sit the hips back and down and lower. Good. This time as you lower, I want that last little bit to be as slow as possible. Inhale, lift it up, squeeze at the top. Exhale, lower, and go so slow at the bottom, so slow, set it down. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift, squeeze. Exhale, shift the hips back, lower slowly, sit down. Good. Straighten your right leg out long. Bring the sole of the left foot in toward your right leg, your inner right leg. Left foot plants behind you. Big inhale, we reach the right arm high, lift the hips, gaze to the right palm. Exhale, lower the hips down, lower the right arm down, Reach over with the left arm, side bend. Good. Inhale through center. Lift it up. Exhale. Lower it down. Reach. Take an inhale here. Exhale it out. Your next inhale. Take it back. Reach your right arm high. Exhale here. Good. Sink the hips down. Reach it over. Last one. Left arm comes back. On your inhale, reach the hips high. Squeeze your butt. Gaze back to your right hand. Exhaling, we set the hips down. Inhale. Reach the left arm over. Beautiful. Come on back up. Good. From here, bring your right leg back in, cross the legs. And then we'll sit up, come over the legs into our tabletop pose. I'm going to move back onto my leg. Tabletop pose. Knees are under the hips. Hands are under the shoulders. You know the drill. Good. From here, press the hands into the mat. Draw the belly in a little bit. And we're going to find a couple of scap push-ups. What that means is we're going to sink the chest, draw the shoulder blades together behind the back. And then as we exhale, we'll press the ground away, send that upper back up toward the ceiling, spread the shoulder blades. Try it. Exhale. Sink the chest down toward the mat. Think about pinching the shoulder blades. And then do the opposite. Press the ground away like you're trying to get your chest as far from the mat as you can. Do one more like that. Exhale. Keep the belly pulling in. Sorry, inhale. Exhale. Press the ground away. Broad upper back. Beautiful. Walk the hands out in front of you. If you need to, send the knees back a little bit. We're coming into puppy pose. From here, we'll drop the chest, drop the forehead if you like. In your puppy pose, make sure that your hips stay over the knees. So you have tons of space to sink the chest and let the head hang. Now, usually this is an option, but I want you to try it if you're comfortable today. Coming up onto your fingertips, so tented hands. Now from here, let the head come between the arms. Let the forehead come down to the mat if it's accessible to you, just by resting the head down. Now, in this shape, I want you to notice how it feels to have the arms really active, the head relaxed, and the ears between the biceps, if not in front of them. So the head is kind of popping through the window of the arms. That'll become important later, I promise. Take one more breath here. As you exhale, let the palms come back to your mat. You might walk the hands in just a little bit, not all the way, just a little. Really grip your mat with your hands. Now tuck your toes under. We're going to play with here, coming from our shorter puppy dog pose into our downward facing dog. So you'll let the head hang. You'll really grip the mat. Send some of your weight into the arms, press the ground away, and lift the hips and the knees. From there, we'll just exhale, lower the knees back down right where we came from. The idea here is we're keeping the upper body exactly the same. So inhale, prepare, draw the belly in. Exhale, press into the ground, lift the hips, keep the upper body in place. Good, exhale, lower it down. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, prepare, draw the belly in. As you exhale, press the ground away with the toes. Lift the hips a little or a lot and exhale. Good, lower the knees down. We'll do it one more time. Lots of work on the shoulders and the arms today, you guys. Good job. Take an inhale, prepare, draw the belly in. Press the hands, press the feet lift the legs. Good, release the knees down slowly. Walk the knees forward a little bit. Come into your child's pose. Drop your forehead and bring your arms back down by your sides. Release the shoulders, let them hang, let the arms be heavy. Let it go. Find your breath. Maybe you notice the belly pressing into the thighs as you breathe. Inhale, exhale. On your next inhale, bring the arms forward, press the ground away. Come on up. Walk the hands forward to the top of your mat. Tuck your toes. Find your downward facing dog. Walk the legs out. Pedaling through the legs, sending one heel down and then the other. When you're ready, inhale, lift your right leg high. Bend the knee. Find some hip circle. Drawing a circle with your knee on the wall behind you. Go one direction and now go the other. As you're circling, really try to press your opposite heel down toward the ground. Good. Once you're finished with that, find your three-legged dog. Square your hips down toward the mat. Take an inhale, lift your leg a little higher, and then exhale, big step, low lunge, drop your back knee down. Good. From here, inhale, keep your fingertips on the mat. Inhale, look forward. Broaden through your chest. Draw your chest forward toward the top of your mat. And then exhale, press into the ground with your right leg. Send your hips back, half splits. We'll do that a couple times. Inhale, come forward, really broaden through the chest. Get long. Exhale, send it back. Half splits. You don't have to go far. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, press, send it back. This time, inhale, come forward. Press into the ground with your right leg as you inhale, and then bring the hands to the hips in your low lunge. Now looking forward, shoulders are down the back, neck is nice and long. I want you to inhale, press just a little bit into the ground with that right leg so your hips come up just a little bit more than they were. As you do that, bring your attention to your back leg, and I want you to think about drawing this hip forward toward the mat. So not the leg, but if you watch me, it's subtle. You're kind of pressing your pelvis forward toward the front of the mat. You might notice some sensation through the hip flexor here, maybe even down through the quad. Good. Now from here, reverse it, come forward again, sink down into the hips. You might even let that front knee angle out to the right a little bit as you sink the hips down. It might allow for more space. Up to you. And then we'll inhale, press, come back into that higher lunge and send the pelvis forward, pressing forward with the hips. Get that stretch in the back leg. Good. Take an inhale here. Exhale, come down, sink the hips down. We'll do this one more time. Inhale, coming up, you know the drill, pressing forward with the hips. Good. Exhale, come down again, bring the hands to frame your right foot, tuck your back toes, send it back, three-legged dog, and then find your downward facing dog. Find stillness. Remembering that position in our puppy pose earlier, the head is between the window of the arms. The hands are really active. The arms are pressing. The neck is long. Take an inhale. Exhale down. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Bend your knee, find your hip circle. Make them big. Go the other way. Good. Next, inhale, find your three-legged dog. Square your hips to face the mat. Inhale, lift your leg a little higher. Exhale, big step, low lunge, bring your back knee down, untuck your toes. Good. Fingertips to the mat, look forward, sink the hips down and bring the chest forward toward the front of your room. Exhale, press the ground away, send it back, half split, half Hanumanasana. Inhale, come forward, sinking the hips forward and down as we look forward. And we'll say forward again, exhale, send it back. Inhale, low lunge, sink your hips. Exhale, half split. Inhale, come forward, and then stand on your legs. Bring your hands to the hips. Now, first we sink the hips down. If this is hard for you to do, well, it's hard for most people to do. It's hard for me to do. However, one thing you might try is adjusting your left foot a little bit more to the left. The more space we have laterally between our legs, the more space there is for the hips to just exist, especially in this position. So you might try that, especially if you're finding it hard to sink the hips down beyond normal tightness and etc. All right. Inhale here. Exhale, press into the ground, come up out of your lunge a little bit, and then press that right hip forward. It's almost like you're trying to drag your right knee toward the front of your mat without moving it. Like you're trying to pull your right knee forward, but it doesn't want to go. Good. Exhale, sink it down. Keep your chest nice and tall as you sink forward. Inhale, back up. Drag that right knee forward. As you do that, you might notice it kind of pulls you back. It pulls the upper body back, and it brings a lot of the bend out of that front knee. Good. Exhale, come down, sink the hips. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, sneak it down once more. Bring your hands down, frame your foot. Tuck your back toes, lift it up. Three-legged dog. And then bring it down, downward facing. Good. Press your index finger knuckle into the mat. Press it. Good. See if you can draw your shoulders away from your ears. Shoulders away from your ears. Breathe. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, shift it forward. Half pigeon, release it down. Untuck your back toes. If you're at home and you have a pillow or a sweater and you want to wedge it under your right hip for a little bit of height, that can feel really nice. Otherwise, pigeon pose. Inhale, get nice and tall. As you exhale, walk your hands forward if you like. Find somewhere to rest your head, maybe on the fists, maybe on the backs of the hands or on the mat. Find a way to relax through the upper body. Relax the head. Really let it be heavy. Even try to relax your right hip. Work with it as you breathe. Tell it can relax. These static stretches can be really challenging mentally and physically. Tell your body it's okay to stretch. Not gonna get hurt. And breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. On your next inhale, bring the hands under the shoulders. Start to press the upper body up and then tuck your back toes under, lift your back leg, and then come back through your three-legged dog, lift your right leg high, maybe you take a couple of circles here, awakening that right hip again. Hello, you're done. Come back, downward facing dog. Walk it out. Find some movement in your dog this time. When you are ready, inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, shift it forward. Half pigeon, left side. Take your time to set up here. Untucking that back toe, finding the angle of your left leg that works well for you, and then inhale, get nice and tall. Exhale, come on down. This pose might look different to you side to side. You might notice a real difference in the amount of flexibility you have side to side, the amount of sensation. Try not to worry about it. In fact, just make the effort to notice it and adjust accordingly. Find your way to that nice, slow, deep breath. Inhale, hands under the shoulders, lift that back knee up, send it back, three-legged dog, couple of knee, hip circles, hip circles. Bring your left leg down, and then bring your knees down, come to a seat. Cross-legged, on your knees, whatever feels good to you. Sitting nice and tall as we started. Bring the hands to the knees, maybe close the eyes. Get comfortable in your seat. Sit tall. We'll take one big breath in and out all together. Inhale. Exhale.